Let's talk to Clive Lambert. He's a director at FuturesTech. Very good morning to you, young Clive.
Good morning, Nick. How are you?
Living the dream. Right, we've got 3 charts to go through. Let's have a quick whiz from an award-winning technical analyst. Let's kick off with the DAX index. What are the charts telling you at these levels?
We could be on the cusp of a much bigger sell-off than we've seen this week, let me tell you.
Right.
And we are at some very important support levels as we head into the old, first Friday of the month payrolls, fun and games, basically. The weekly chart has got a channel on it, which is a pretty good one as well, and it says support is 12,825, and I'm looking at the futures here. We've traded through there this morning down to 12,780 and bounced a bit. There's another important support level below at 12,731. If we break both of those, this chart says we go to 11,900.
Okay.
To start with.
So that's an absolute key day for a close on the weekly.
It's the channel. It's also what I didn't put on the chart and have spotted since is the 200-day moving averages right around here as well.
Right.
So key support levels.
Understood. Okay, so let's move swiftly on to Brent Crude. A guest this morning on fundamental valuations thought that we're going to go lower from here. What are the charts telling you?
The chart says he's wrong or she's wrong.
Okay.
The chart says this is going up.
Right. How high?
How high? Well, there is, I think I talked about this one last time I was on anyway, and I said 71.40 is a strong resistance. It's the halfway point. It's the 50% retrace of the sell-off we saw from June 14 to Jan 16. Just checking my chart out, sorry. So we're we've got half that move back. And we have seen a pullback from that 71.40 level that we achieved last week. The pullback's been limited. The buyers came back on Wednesday and yesterday, and as far as I'm concerned, we should keep looking to buy dips in this one, because when 71.40 gets taken out, we're going to 70. What are my targets? What do you want? Some targets there?
77, 81.
76.77 and 81.86, and the 81.86 level is a 61.8 Fibonacci retrace of that same move that we've.
Okay, so basically we're on the ball, subject to this key resistance, the 50% retracement level being broken to the upside.
There is very little on that chart to tell me it's going down right now, signal-wise.
Understood. Let's wrap up with the very famous, or not so famous, Bitcoin. What is this telling the crowd?
Well, I haven't sent you a Bitcoin chart. I've sent you a chart or a graphic, which is called the Sentiment Cycle, and comes from a book by a chap out of New York called Justin Mamis. Here is the book, The Nature of Risk by Justin Mamis. Now, Mr. Mamis, it's quite a read, that book. It's quite heavy, but one of the things that I really liked when I read that book a few years back was this chart, this sentiment cycle. And it's okay. I spoke to Mr. Mamis a few years ago and said, do you mind if I use this? And I used this chart very well to call the bottom of the stock market in 2008 and 2009.
Okay.
And I'm sure were you doing this sort of thing then? I don't think you were. We were poring over charts at the STA together, weren't we? Back in those days. This chart, it did a very good job of saying, like, we're getting at that point that we're getting so close to a bottom. The market's completely discouraged. We've got to rally. It did. It's been going since. Now we're on a completely, if we think about Bitcoin, we have seen the confidence phase, we've seen the enthusiasm phase, and now we're getting those warnings. We're getting those subtle and those avert warnings, and we've seen the buy dip phase. That's been and gone. This is in that, that area that has panic at the bottom of it.
Right.
Okay. And Pete, it's going down.
Okay.
Now, I don't want to get too involved in levels and getting too. I've tried to stay out of it a little bit, because I'll tell you what, I've been watching Eddie Tobvik come on your show, and that guy. He's one of my favourite people in technical analysis. He knows his biscuits. He's very even-handed, very good analyst. So I'd say to all your listeners, go and check out Eddie, the videos that Eddie's doing on Bitcoin with you guys, okay? Because he's your man. As far as my charts are concerned, I've just been doing almost, back of a fag packet, down the pub sort of analysis on Bitcoin, and I've said to a few people for a few weeks now, if it breaks 9,500, that's it.
Right. On that note, a break of 9,500.
He went straight to 8,000. It's now it can go to 5,500. It can go to 3,700 according to my charts.
3,700. Well, that's the headline. Clive Lambert, always a pleasure. We'll talk to you same time next week. That's Clive Lambert from FuturesTech. Thank you, Clive.
Cheers, Nick.